incredible. Is that right? Genesis, I'm sorry, 5 verse 1. I had 1, 3. This is the written account of Adam's line. When God created man, he made him in the likeness of God. Created them male and female and blessed them, and they were created, called a man. When Adam, watch, when Adam had lived 130 years, he had a son in his own likeness. What? Man was created in the image of God. Adam and Eve have a son, and it describes him in his own likeness. It wasn't after the likeness of God. It's after the likeness of Adam. And that's you, and that's me. After the likeness of Adam. Two spiritually dead parents, Adam and Eve. Now they're spiritually dead. Two spiritually dead parents could not pass on what they no longer possess themselves. Spiritual life. And ever since, all men and women have been according to the tragic results of Adam's choice, dead spiritually. Now watch. But Jesus comes. This is why this truth is so important. Jesus was born of a virgin. Okay? The only way that life, spiritual life, the life that you and I desperately need, the only way that the life of God can be born back is through, it can't happen through a fallen man or woman. Right? This is crux for our faith. This is why we so believe in the virgin birth. So here's this Virgin Mary. Remember the angel came, remember the whole Christmas story. And she gives birth to Jesus. So that he could lay down his life so that we might be restored to the life of God. Isn't that awesome? God is amazing. Jesus is amazing that he would go, I want you to so desperately, Bobby, to have the life of the Father. Kevin, our friend that died last year today, called God Papa. He just Papa, that was his, like, Abba Father. Jesus, when you pray Abba, Kevin called him Papa. And for me to have the life of Papa again, Jesus had to come that way and be born of a virgin to lay down his life so I might have the life of God again. That's incredible. Okay. But see here, we have lived half of the gospel. We've only lived, it's like Gary's truck is running on less cylinders than it's supposed to. He has half a truck. We've been operating on less than what we should. We've lived half of a gospel. We've been functioning with a half of truth. Yes, Jesus' death on the cross assured our forgiveness, and it secured our eternity. Yes, but that's only half of the story. Now, I'm not knocking here, okay, but here's how I grew up. Jesus died for your sins! Jesus died for your sins! Every Sunday, over and over, Jesus died! One time, Terry and I were doing a revival, and we were leading worship, and the evangelist's name was, he used to be a former, I hate to use the word professional wrestler. That's like Army intelligence. No, I'm playing. It's like this oxymoron, professional wrestler. NASCAR's a sport. No, I'm playing. So we're doing this revival up in the Panhandle of Texas, and it was a former wrestler. His name was Nature Boy. And Nature Boy had gotten saved, and Nature Boy was about this tall and about that wide, just like this box. And he was crazy. He's storming this stage, yelling at the top of his lungs, I had a dream! I had a dream that Satan came up out of hell and wrapped his chains around me and he drew he was like Mary's age. And Nature Boy wore this pinky ring, which Texas guys don't do pinky rings. Okay? I'm sorry if you're a pinky ring guy, but you know, Texas guys don't do pinky rings. Okay? So here's this, Nathan, you got this pinky ring. And so we were out in the hall, and he comes up to Luke, these big, these thundering voice. Hey kid, you want to take my pinky ring? Luke goes, no sir, do you want to pull my finger? Yeah, those preacher kids. So, but Nature Boy, he would pound that pulpit. See, all my life, all I heard was, Jesus died for your sins. He died for your sins. He died for your sins. And I'm so thankful Jesus died for my sins. Jesus went to the cross. But here's the deal. He's not on the cross anymore. But we still live like He's on the cross. The other part of the story is He raised from the dead. He resurrected. Jesus isn't in here anymore. Look here, boys, I want Gucci. Jesus is not here. He raised from the dead. Rose, raised, where's the English? Was raised. Thank you. Is, was, were, has, okay. His resurrection gave us back our life. Isn't that awesome? If that's true, then why don't we live like that? The resurrected Jesus, with all of His power, lives inside of you. The dunamis, which is the Greek word for power, we get our word dynamite. The dunamis power of the living Jesus, the power that God raised Jesus from the dead, lives inside of me. Golly, that's amazing. It's awesome. Through Him I have received the very life of God. Romans 6 again. You were raised to walk in newness of life. John 10:10. I've come that you might have life. And not just any life. A life abundant. An abundant life. That's why He came. That's why He wants to live His life inside of you. What kind of person needs life? A dead one. From God's point of view, the problem of a man is not just that he is a sinner in need of forgiveness. His greater problem is that he is dead in need of life. My old man is dead. But my new nature is alive with the very life of God in me. Jesus is living His life in me, through me, and the divine nature that is mine. He is alive in me. He is alive in me. Expressing all that He is to me and in me and through me, the love and the life of God is mine. Get your mind around that. The love and the life of God is yours. Why in the world, man? I'm just an old sinner saved by grace. Man, life is hard. It is. I admit that. Listen, the dunamis life of God is in you. I have one nature. One nature. There's not two dogs. I have one nature, and it is the nature of Jesus. You have one nature. Don't believe the lie. I was baptized, immersed into His death, but it didn't stop there. I was raised to walk in newness of life with a capital L. 1 John 4:15, and we're done. 1 John 4:15. Whoever confesses that Jesus is the Son of God, comma, God abides in him, and he in God. Let me read that again. Whoever confesses that Jesus is the Son of God, comma, here's the deal. Some of you today are still sitting on the comma. Whoever confesses that Jesus is the Son of God. Okay? Yeah, great. He is. He's the Son of God. You've asked him to come into your life, forgive you for sin, and you have sat on that comma, some of you, for 50 years. Yeah. Jesus died for me. He forgave me, and I'm going to heaven. Okay? Yeah, that's true. You're right. That's good. I mean, if that's all that it was, awesome. That's good. But there's another part of the sentence. It's not finished. You've been sitting on the comma. Whoever confesses that Jesus is the Son of God, God abides in him, and he in God. God abides in you, and you abide in God. God abides in you. John chapter 15. I am the vine. You are the branches. If you abide in me, and I abide in you, Jesus is saying. Listen, abide, what that means there is this intimacy. God doesn't want you, He's so thankful that you're saved and you confessed him and you're going to heaven, but that's not enough for him. He keeps saying, come abide, come abide. I live in you. I want you in me. I want to be in you. I want to have a relationship and intimacy, a personal walk with you. Isn't that incredible? Get off the comma. Get off of your comma. If we emphasize only our death with Christ, we will never see what God purposed to be resurrected out of our death, which is life. He didn't just die for us. It isn't just that He is with us. It isn't just that He is helping us, even though all those things are awesome. He is in us. He is in us, living His life as us. Wow! At the hospital Monday, He's in us, living His life as us, praying for Lisa as us. Wasn't that awesome? That's what He does. He wants to live His life and walk His life out through my life. That's amazing to me. And the people that I come in contact with, the people I touch, the people I speak to, it's Jesus reaching His life to these people. We had friends over last night. It was awesome. It was just the life of Jesus loving each other. It was amazing. That's the way it's supposed to be lived. Do you get that?